Did you know that the word mortgage comes from the French word meaning death? It's no wonder people are afraid of it. Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Wame and you have arrived at the #1 funnest yet educational channel you can find. In this particular video, I share with you how I overcame the fear of debt, specifically a mortgage, and how I managed to acquire property right in the heart of the city, and I've never looked back. Stick around if you want to hear how we did it. Remember, this does not constitute as financial advice. If you need financial advice, kindly consult a financial advisor. This basically is just my personal experience and a little bit of research that I've done. So, thank you. Do that. Going back to the word mortgage, let's break it down, shall we? The word mortgage can be broken down into two parts. The first part comes from the old French word and also Latin word mortis, which means death or to die. And then the other part is gage, which means pledge. Put together, it means debt pledge. Now, this meant that the deal would die if the payment was made in full or if the payment failed to be made, which doesn't really make sense to me because I feel like that's what loans are about in actual fact. But then the other source says that it meant that because the loan or the pledge was tied to your home, it meant that if you can't pay the loan, like if you can't make your repayments, whether monthly or whatever, it meant that your home would be taken away, and so that home would be considered dead to you. And that is what the definition of a mortgage is even today. And I guess that's why people are so afraid of it, because there's so many implications. Not to mention the amount of time it takes to pay a mortgage. I mean, we're talking 20 to 30 years of paying off something. That's basically most of your life. And so it makes sense why people would be afraid of such a commitment. So I happened to look at the statistics from Bank of Botswana prepared for 2021 and 2022, and it looks like the largest credit share of from banks is for personal loans at 67.4% as of June 2022, while home loans constitute only 27.4%. Now, could it be that it's because people are afraid of taking mortgages, or there are other reasons? I do believe there could be other reasons that are causing people to be more inclined towards personal loans than mortgages, but I really do think I am representing a certain percentage of Botswana, or of people generally, in being afraid. That was me. Every time I thought of mortgage, I would even get palpitations. I remember there's a time I went to get the form. I had identified a possible house that I wanted to buy, and I was coming from the accounts office at our workplace. They gave me the form, and I was getting palpitations, and I thought maybe it's the coffee that I've been drinking. Well, I wasn't ready. My mindset at the time wasn't ready for that. And maybe that is you as well, but I hope that what I will share with you today will help you to shift your mindset and make decisions that are right for you. The first one is circumstances change. Now, who's to say that I'll still be at this job that I'm working at 1 to 2 years to come? I may get a better paying job somewhere else. I may work abroad, which would be even better. And also, opportunities to make money nowadays are so many, more than ever before, and so helping you to pay the mortgage faster. Now, here's an interesting one. You'd think that everybody wants to pay off the mortgage faster, right? Wrong. And you'd think that the wealthy, being able to afford it and everything, would pay the mortgages faster, right? Wrong again. Some wealthy people choose not to pay off the mortgages faster because it helps them with tax, in that it lowers their taxable income. Even more interesting is that some people use the homes that they've bought, or those houses that they've bought still under mortgage, to buy even more property. And then they rent those out, which becomes more profitable for them. And so I thought, wait a minute. This is just a game of numbers. There's so many options. So why be afraid? I literally just need to do my research, go to the right people, ask the right people, and I'm good to go. And then the thing that helped me with my fear of the large amount of time that it takes to pay off a mortgage is the fact that whether I take that mortgage or not, the time is going to pass anyway. This is something that my mom said. I even heard Somizi say it, that let's say maybe you want to take a course, so you want to do a degree or a second degree or master's, and you feel like, oh my gosh, 4 years is so long, or 2 years is so long. Tell you what, whether you take that course or not, those 2 years, those 4 years are still gonna pass. Now what you want is that by the end of those 4 years, you have a certificate in your hand, and it's not just the time that has passed, but you have something in your hand to show for that time. Now, if there's a point that really got me thinking, it's this one. It's by Kim Kiyosaki. In her book, It's Rise and Time. I really think it's this book because I tried finding it, I can't really see it. She said that people who don't take loans are the lazy ones, because when you take a loan, you are forced to find ways of paying it off. You're forced to find creative ways of paying it off. You're literally made to go out of your comfort zone. And that's where the hard work is. Well, I agree with this to a certain extent, and I don't agree with it to a certain extent, because other people don't take loans because of religious reasons, and others don't take them because they just don't want to for their own personal reasons. And other people actually can't take any more loans because they're already in great debt. Now, I agree with it in the sense that from my own personal experience, ever since getting the mortgage, my mind is on autopilot already. I am already looking for ways to pay this mortgage faster, because I want to pay faster. Now, if push comes to shove, and this is what I said to myself, if push comes to shove, then I will sell the house. But of course, this would be dependent on how much the house would have appreciated at that point and how much I still had to pay at the bank. And then if it made sense for me to sell it, then I would. I definitely would. So that's it. That's basically it. Alright, that about sums it up of how I overcame my fear of debt. I hope your mind has been opened up to all the options that are available. This is not to say that go and get a mortgage. No. What I'm trying to show you is there are options available, and what I hope to bring to you is excitement of taking risk, excitement of trying something new and see if it will not give you great returns. But as with anything, make sure you do your research. Make sure you contact as many people as possible. This is a big decision. You don't want to rush into it. You don't want to just get into it without knowing about it. So do your due diligence. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it if you will. And don't forget to subscribe. Until we see each other in the next video, bye and thank you for watching.